Yeah, right here is about where Gary Mead and I think it was one of the Nelson twins drove the Mazda RX-7 off of the beaten path, off of the road there. They flipped it, and they both only suffered just a couple of bumps and bruises. Yeah, I guess if you're going to crash, it's a nice place to crash. Right here is the cabin where Bob Cavallo lived. He was one of the teachers over at Brush Ranch. Long time ago. It's very important to respect the Pecos. If you're going to go to the Pecos doesn't ask too much of its residents or visitors, just long as you respect the Pecos. That's was called Baxter Hall back in the days when I attended school here. I lived in that cabin from 1983 to 1984. It's a nice cabin, and we would always come down here, have a little fire pit down there, and sit around at night and just talk. And the Pecos River's back in there. So here's the back of Baxter. Some of these windows appear to be new, but I would have lived right in there. In 2 bunk beds, 4 people to a room. And it's right here on the edge of the Pecos Canyon. Looks like it's open. I don't know what's going on here, but this is where I lived, and that was the laundry room. That was one of the bedrooms, and I can think of worse places to live. There's the Pecos River running. Here's the field where we used to hang out, and the walkway we used to walk every day. And there's another cabin right there called Indian Creek, and it's sure is beautiful, but I better skedaddle before I get in trouble. But I entered that door many times. So here's the pond we used to hang around, and I used to walk up and down that path, contemplating life. And here's the bridge going across the Pecos. I'll try and take a photo of myself before I get in trouble. There's the dining hall where we ate, and up there's one of the classrooms. And there's the beautiful Pecos River. Here's the entrance. And looks like there's some people behind me doing some maintenance or something. But that's the entrance. And if you go further up there, you get to Torero. Right there is where I told Scott that I sat back in 1982 or 81 and contemplated life deeper than I ever had before. Now, as you can see, I'm in Torero. Here's the old Torero Bridge. I don't know too much about it offhand, but it goes right over the Pecos River too. Looks real nice down there. Here's the other side of the Pecos. How about I go ahead and take a walk down there? Ah, yes. Sounds of the Pecos River surround me. Nice little secluded area here. I'm sure the fish are biting. Here's another angle of the Torero footbridge, or truss. Sure is nice weather. There's the car I'm renting. And here's the road up into Torero, which is post office is right there. But I've been told it's closed after many years. Here's the old Torero General Store, which is where we got our mail. And I guess it just closed recently. It says closed. So that's pretty unfortunate. And looks like there's some fly fishermen down there. Over there, that's the Torero Cave. It's covered by bushes right now, but we used to go over there and climb into the cave and go to the back of it. Legend has it, that's where the Native Americans would take their children for a rite of passage to the very back of the cave, which is a good ways back there to the point where you have to crawl, and then they would leave them there and make them find their way out in the dark. At least that's what legend has it as. Yeah, just came here to explore. Very pretty. Let's go take a look. Hi, buddy. Yeah, doing a little hike. Up there's the an old tram, and I'm right above Brush Ranch right now. As you can see, looks like there's somebody down there doing something. Not sure what. Oh, yep. And there's the cabin I lived in for a full year, 1981 to 82. And there's the old parking lot. The old vocational building. There is nothing like hiking in the Pecos. Steep climb. Very steep climb. There's a Brush Ranch rock, which I've been to the top of many a time. I'd like to be up there right now, but I didn't want to trespass. Looks like we got some weather moving in. Yeah, there's some high elevations up there. I remember going to the top of those ridges, like that one. Look how far down it is to the road. I remember going way up there, and we'd push boulders off and watch the boulders crash down into the trees below. Ah, yes. Yeah, this is a road called Indian Creek Road. And this is Indian Creek, where we used to always just walk up and out that way and just take a nice walk. And over here is a nice hike. I used to hike up there a lot and perch on those rocks and contemplate things. Looks like the sun's coming out, so I better get back to the car. I had to climb over this. There's Indian Creek cabin. It burned down at one point. And now we're leaving that part of the Pecos Canyon.